Hey guys, how are you all doing? So we are starting again with this yummy-delicious, hot, spicy, guess what? Ofada stew. So if you would love to learn the recipe on this very, stew, just stay tuned to the very end. So Ofada stew is one of the most sought out stew in Nigeria. If you go to a restaurant, you go to fast food, in fact, and it's on the high side, guys. I mean, the cost is quite expensive if you wanna eat this stew in the restaurant. So why don't you make it at home? Everything you need to make it is what you're going to see in this video shortly. Okay, let's dive into the video. So these are, but not limited to, the ingredients you're going to be needing for this Ofada stew. So you're going to be needing some tomato plum, you need some Scotch bonnet pepper, you need some green bell pepper, you need some onion, you need some locust beans, the fresh one. This is locust beans you're seeing there. Okay, and you can blend it or you can fry it like that. Then you need some also diced onion. These ones are going to be blended, while the diced onion is going to be used for the frying. Okay, so you just heat up your frying pan and you put the level of red oil that you want, and you're going to bleach it for some minutes, like 2 minutes. Okay, and you need to cover it so that you don't choke everybody in the house while doing that. Now after some minutes, this is what I have, and I let it cool down. That is why you're not seeing any bubble. You don't see it like boiling, like when something is boiling, because I let it cool down even while adding my onion and locust beans. I don't like lots of noise when I'm frying. So but after it has heated up, this is it now boiling. So like I said earlier, you can blend the locust bean, but I like to blend some parts and then add some portion this way so that you can see it while you're eating and enjoying your rice. But you also need to blend some so that the flavor can enter the stew very well. Okay, so I just added some coarsely blended tomatoes. This is a stew that leaves coarse in nature, so you don't have to blend everything. You don't have to blend the ingredients like blending when you're blending something to smooth. No, it has to be coarse. This is where the beauty is or lies when you're making this stew. So I'm just going to be frying the tomatoes for a while before adding every other thing. Now I just added some pinch of salt. You need to let salt enter into your onion, your locust bean, and the tomato. So you keep frying until it gets a little bit browny in color. Then we'll add the other stuff. Okay, so it's close to adding the other stuff. Now remember, what you see here is the Scotch bonnet pepper. Have you liked this video? Have you? Please do so if you haven't. Okay, back to what I was saying. This is Scotch bonnet pepper, red bell pepper, onion, and some locust bean blended together. The fresh tomato was blended differently because I had to fry it for some time with the onion to get a little bit dried. Tomato got some water in it. Okay, so after frying for about 5 minutes, I just added seasoning cubes to season my stew, and I'm just adding blended crayfish. Yeah, so you add and then you stay into the stew. Oh my gosh, my kitchen smells so nice, guys. You need to perceive this aroma. Yeah, I also forgot, you can also use ofe. Yeah, that's it. You can also use ofe, and ofe is the dried locust bean here. So I'm just adding some crayfish. Sorry, what I added before was the dry locust beans that I made mention of. So I just added some crayfish, and I'm adding some Ghana pepper. You can also do without this. Remember, I said at the initial that these are not, these ingredients are not exhaustive. Like, you can add more other things, but these are the basic that you need. So after some frying, after some minutes, I just added my diced beef. Now I'm just making do with what I have. I don't have the complete proteins that I needed, but because I was craving for this stew, I had to make do with what I have. So you can have beef, you can have goat meat, you can have chicken, you can have dried fish. Dried fish is very important when you're making this stew. Okay, but if you don't have all those ones handy, you can just do with your beef. The main thing that gives this stew its uniqueness and the taste is the locust beans, the red bell pepper, and other stuff. Yeah. So I just added the broth from my beef, and I added some salt more, and some water, and just give it a good stir. This stew is wow, guys. So give it a good stir, and then allow it to cook for about 3-4 minutes. Just cover it and allow it to cook. Now after 3-4 minutes, this is what it looks like. You see that the oil is already floating here, meaning that everything is set. Everything is set. The ingredients are already sitting in. Now you don't have to fry it like you're now frying tomatoes, no, but you also do not need to allow it to have water in it, but it's going to be juicy, more of the oil than a little quantity of water. So at this point, guys, my stew is ready, and I served it with my local white rice. Yes, yeah, you can also serve it with your boiled yam or any other thing that boiled plantain. It can go with anything, guys. It's it's a nice stew to make at home, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Help me share it with your friends and loved ones. Help me grow my channel, guys. Thank you so much, and until I see you in my next video,